Hello guys, Oliver Dunn here, aka Ollie the Choc. Hope you're good. I'm a chocolatier, presenter, podcaster, big kid, chocolate party host, YouTuber if you like. I've got a YouTube channel, a TikTok, you can check me out at Ollie the Choc. I make videos about making chocolate, but I also ride around on a one wheel, which is an electric skateboard. I hope you will find some value from this video. Enjoy and best of luck. I'm 38 years old, and if I could give any advice to my 13-year-old self, it would just be to be your true, honest, authentic self. And that's not always easy, because at that age, you're wanting to try and fit in with people, but then as you get a bit older, you no longer need to do that, because when you get a little bit older, you've formed your identity, and if anything, you'd rather be different and stand out in that way. Well, that's myself anyway. Do and pursue the things you love, and do not worry about other people's judgment and other people's opinion, because all that matters is you and how you feel, and you have to feel good in doing what you're doing. So my advice would be to be confident and own it. Own who you are, stand in your power, and be the person you want to be, and pursue the things that you love. And if you really truly want to do something, pursue it, go with it, stick with it. And if people try to talk you out of it, friends, family, teachers, anybody, if people try and tell you that it's unrealistic what you're trying to achieve or what you want to be when you're older, you have to respectfully take advice, but you still have to stick with what you want to do. Because if you want to do something, you firmly believe that you can and that you will, then you will. You've planted that seed, let it grow. Things around you, people will help you to get to where you need to want to be, one little step at a time. Nothing is impossible, nothing is unachievable. People do things. I wanted to be a radio presenter or a TV presenter, and I think at a young age I felt that was unachievable. So I perhaps pursued something else. But anyway, I had already planted that seed, so it didn't matter, because for me, that was ultimately what I wanted to do. And over time, I joined the family business. I became Ollie the Choc. I became a chocolatier, which meant that I worked in the family chocolate business. Went from there to hosting children's chocolate parties, which meant that I presented to a group of children. I ended up taking this on Blue Peter, on Steph's Packed Lunch on Channel 4, and presenting for a Guinness World Record, really, which was a live chocolate making event. So we had the largest number of people making chocolate together in an online space, and that's what I did during lockdown. So presenting was something that was part of what I did in chocolate, and now I actually present for brands on TikTok. I've also been offered some really interesting presenting jobs quite recently. So that's me presenting outside of chocolate. So chocolate has allowed my personality to come through and for me to develop my presenting skills, because that was what I always wanted to do. So my advice is stick with it and be confident. It's hard because people can be mean, but you have to be confident. Confidence is magic. With confidence, you can walk tall, you can achieve anything. You have to make a decision and line up with it and decide what you want to be and stick with it and be that person, live that life. So if you want to be a radio presenter, my advice to you would be to stop texting your friends and voice note them instead. And that's your family as well. You could even pick a friend that you do a daily radio show update to, where you hit record on the voice note button, whether that be in WhatsApp, Snapchat, wherever, and just be like, hey, welcome to the radio show. It's me, Ollie the Choc on Choc FM. The weather outside is delightful, and we're about to play one of your favorite hits, cue Miley Cyrus Flowers. Now, I don't know, that's what I've done over the years. I wanted to be a radio presenter. I went into podcasting, and the way I got into podcasting was by voice noting people. So when it comes to mental health, I really think voice notes are a fantastic tool to develop your speaking skills. So for me now, I'm doing a lot of writing. Writing is a great way for me to structure my story and then, of course, articulate it by voice notes, by videos. Get used to being in front of camera, because the more you speak in front of the camera, the more the camera just melts away. So anything that you want to do, pursue it, but keep doing it repeatedly, as often as you can. Do the thing you love as often as you can, and you will become great at it. It is as simple as that. If you love it, it's not going to be a problem to you to keep doing it. And if you don't enjoy doing it, then perhaps you need to think about something else. But try as many different things as you can until you find that thing that just lights you up inside, and then keep going for it. But tools and mechanisms around mental health, for me, fresh air is such a big one. Like going out for a walk, a run, exercise, the release of endorphins help keep me inspired, filled with ideas, and gives me that momentum that I need. So that's, for me, that's a big tool. I think I realised that from quite an early, from a young age. Going out for a run was always something that kept me sharp, on top of my game, feeling happy. Like, happiness is so important. So whatever you can do to make yourself feel happy. I think communication is a big one. I've already spoken about voice notes, but speaking to people, being open, sharing your problems. And I think that's something that I've always done with friends and with family, whether it's something big or something small, something really small. And sometimes it can be an accumulation of lots of small things that create this overwhelm. But when you start to speak to people, you start to break it down, and one little problem at a time can be solved. Like, there are solutions to each and every one, but you have to be able to stop, breathe, and just sort of speak about those problems with people, and people will help you with those, and they will go away, or you will find a way of dealing with them that makes you feel better about them. Everything is temporary. Like, that's the thing, like, everything is temporary. So you're young now, and being young is temporary. Life is not permanent. None of us are here forever. Time is the most precious commodity. It's what you do with it that counts. So get out there, do the things you love. Don't be bogged down by other people's opinions, judgment, or anything like that. Be the best version of yourself. That's all I can say. Be confident, be yourself, go and get live. Enjoy, and best of luck.